Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming a little tutorial on using some green eyeshadows from my 120 palette, which we'll kind of be using this row here. And this is the second edition. So what I kind of like to do is, I have a lot of makeup, not as much as some people obviously, but when I see that I'm not using some stuff, I like to kind of play with it and see if I can make a fun eyeshadow look out of it and see if I can get some use out of it. I'm not the kind of person that likes to waste product. So let's just get started. First, since these are a little bit of a cheaper eyeshadow, I'm going to first start with an eye primer, which will be my Urban Decay primer potion. And I'm just going to apply that all over both of my lids. And then blend it all the way up to the eyebrow. And I'm also going to take a little bit more and run it underneath in case I want to put some eyeshadows down there. And I feel that it also helps to keep your mascara and eyeliners in place and in check, and they're not just going free. And then don't forget the inner corner. Okay, now I'm going to take my Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk from NYX, and I'm just going to do one eye at a time. And just kind of run it all over. And then I'm going to take a flat brush. Usually a synthetic one works better because they won't kind of rot or break if you use a cream product with them. And it's okay if this is kind of messy. I'm pretty much just taking the brush and patting it. You can use your finger, that kind of works good because it's warm. I'm just going to kind of blend the rest of that in. There you go. Now what I'm going to take is I'm going to take from this first side, I'm going to take this very, very bright green right here, you can see. I'm just going to put that on a fluffy shader brush, so this is a really fluffy one. And I'm just going to place that right over the green, and you can see how much more vibrant that becomes. I don't know how well the camera's doing. In real life, it is much brighter. It's almost like a Kermit the Frog green. So, just a little bit. We're just going to come back and touch that up. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit darker of a green. And I think I'm going to go in with this one right here because it has a little bit more of an olivey tone to it. So I'm just going to take any fluffy brush and just kind of pounce it in that eyeshadow. And then I'm just going to take that in the crease, but focusing more on this outer part here. And then slowly sweep it in. And then I'm just going to leave it in that little C shape for now. Next, I'm just going to take a basic palette. This is actually the Naked Basics palette, but you just want to take kind of like a neutrally brown color. You can take this, you can take, this is actually Naked too, you could take Naked from the Naked palette, or you could just take even a bronzer, or, you know, anything that's kind of like a neutrally brown, even if it's like a warm brown, that would be fine. And you see how nicely it blends it out. Even though it's not a green, it's neutral enough to just blend that color out. And you see how nicely it does it. And I use the same brush that I had the dark green on, so it really helps to do that. So now that we have that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another small brush. This is just Real Techniques one. And I'm actually going to take, I don't know if you can see, this kind of shimmery gold here, or any kind of a yellowy gold. Actually, I'm going to take this one, because it's a little lighter. I'm going to mix it with those a little bit, just so I almost have like a light color going on. And then I'm just going to put that not on my inner tear duct, but like the inner corner of the eye. And then blend it over to that green, just so we have a little bit of interest. And then I'm going to actually take a little bit of the green, mix it with a little bit of that light color, just so it flows nicely. Hopefully this camera is working out. And then I'm going to go back in with that same olivey green and just intensify that corner a little bit. Hopefully this is coming out well. And then just blend. And then what I do to kind of clean up the edges is just kind of go like that. Or another thing you can do is you can go in with another fluffy brush and a cream colored eyeshadow, either of these two, they're just matte, and kind of go back and forth, and you can clean up the outer edge just like that. And then for my highlight color, I'm just going to be taking a shimmery white. This is just from that Naked 2 palette. And I'm just going to run that right under the brow. Any shimmery white will work. You can even use the one from the palette. And then I'm also going to pop that in the inner tear duct. And then bring it down just a teeny bit. Okay. And now I'm going to go back in with that very bright green we used. And just in case we lost any of that intensity while blending, you can even add some water to this and it will become even more bright. Always experiment with that. And that eye look is complete on the top. Now I'm just going to take that little brush again with the olivey green, tap it off, and just run it right underneath. And it's not going to look funky because it is such a dark green, and because it is a little bit more neutral. You can even mix it with a little bit of a brown, because it will all work nicely. And that side is complete. And just sweep away any fallout, and then you can pop on a little bit of mascara. And don't forget your lower lashes, like I almost did. And that completes the eyes. Now I'm just going to quickly do my brows. This one actually looks kind of darker. So I'm just going to take, this is just the e.l.f. brow kit in medium. I actually really like this. It's only $3. You should definitely check it out. And then I'm just going to kind of fill them in and fix the shape a little bit. So this one, if you can see, is like really patchier than the other one. And I'm just going to fill that in real quick. I'm just using the wax side of this. And then just to clean that up a little bit, I'm just going to be taking a clear gel to set that all with. Then I already did foundation, just to clean up underneath a little bit. I'm going to be taking, I don't really have a concealer, I just prefer to use a little bit of a foundation. So I have the Revlon Colorstay, and this is 220 Natural Beige, if it matters to you. And I'm just going to be taking a little domed brush, like that, which works really great. Just dab a little from the cap, and I'm just sweeping that underneath. And then you can also use this to clean up the outer edge of your makeup. And this is kind of crazy, but it's good for summer. Everyone likes a bright color. I totally forgot to do the gold inner corner of this eye. Probably wouldn't have noticed it anyways. But there's that. Concealer's done. I'm just gonna pounce that in. And then I do already have a little bit of a blush on, but kind of with a